Okay, hey everybody. Welcome to another edition of Field of Dreams on ACTN. My name is Steve David. I'm your host. And today we talk football as usual, but we talk futsal. And we talk futsal that's happening inside the maximum security prison. Let me introduce my panel today. So we start with Clayton Morris. Clayton, welcome. You have such a long, large resume. Say hi to the viewers and refresh them with your resume.
Good day, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here again. The last time I was here was seeking assistance for the national futsal team.
And now you inside the walls trying to do something good for us.
Well, I think this is even more than what I was seeking for the national team. This is a crime fighting initiative. And I must say thank you to Axe TV for what they have done for this program for the past, well, I know George has been in the prison for maybe about 27 years. Right? Just 1 year less than I have been there. And, you know, I must say hats off to Axe TV because since May last year, we're just 1 month away from a year since we started the futsal in the prison. And we were very blessed to have Axe cover most of the important events that we had, the graduation and the caravan. And, you know, the whole world is seeing us on YouTube, and we want to thank Axe for that.
Okay, great. Also, and I'm missing one, and that's Raymond Timke, and he's on his way. So viewers, I'm just letting you guys know that he will join us soon. Also joining us is one of the inmates, and his name is Barry Alphonse. Welcome to the set, Barry.
Welcome, so thank you for being here. My name is Barry Alphonse. I'm presently incarcerated in maximum security prison, Colongo Road, Aruka. I've been there for the past 9 years, and futsal did that great for me. So I would like if it could expand and reach on the outside and go further to bring the youths to peace and understanding.
Okay, great. I'm sure our viewers are anxious to hear more from you. And also joining us on the set is Anthony Assing. And Anthony is a former inmate, right? Yes, say hi to the viewers, Anthony.
Well, good morning to each and everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this morning. And as you can see, well, the futsal program is pushing right now, and it's something nice, and I would like to see it spread, you know, especially for the youths out there who see what's going on in the place. And if we could use this as an initiative to spread it, to bring back the love and the respect within certain community and certain places out there. And we're trying to encourage as much people as we could encourage to take part in this program on the outside and in the inside. So that just basically what we're doing with this morning.
Good. Thank you guys so much for being here. I want to also thank MSP for giving us the opportunity to make this happen. Appreciate you guys so much, MSP. Thank you so much. All right, Clayton, and Anthony and Barry. Let's unravel this from the top. And I want to get viewers to get a full picture of the whole puzzle, because this is not an easy thing to make happen. How did this dream start, and who started it, Clayton? Did they come to you, or you went to them, or how did this dream whole started?
Well, as I said just now, the last time I was here, I was seeking assistance for the national futsal team for the playoff game against Honduras in Costa Rica. 2004, when I was called to take up the mantle of head coach for the national futsal team. Now, futsal is a new sport.
Right.
2004, I got this call from Keith Lecloy, and he said FIFA has this new sport, and they would like, he feels that I'm the person in Trinidad and Tobago who would really make it happen. And well, we did put our team together, and most of the guys came from in the same areas that we are faced with now with all the crime and what have you. And 2008 was the next time the team got together again. Basically, about 12 of the players again from in the communities were part of the team. 2015, again, we had maybe half of the players because by that time they all would be 30 and over. And again, seeing where these players came from in the first instance and the communities. Now, I have been doing work in the prison through Petrotrain since from 1990, right, through all these sports and culture activities. And again, having the experience, as I say, being the national coach. So, you know, I going into the prison and then I experience, you know, see the guys playing small goal, playing with them, and then I realized, you know, last year, Easter, they had a tournament inside the remand yard itself. And they were playing small goal. And I sat there, I spent basically the whole morning with them, about 3-4 hours, watch them play. And you know, small goal is blocking the goal. So you watch football for 3 hours and you just see 2 goals scoring open play. All the rest of the goal is like penalty shootout.
Right.
And the amount of talent I saw. And then I remember one of the guys from Venezuela, Alonso Valera. He always tell me, coach, you know, well, you know, I was the national coach, come teach us futsal. So a day we had these pump-up goalposts and I put it in the gym right we are now. And I give them a test. As well, if you all think, let me know. Nobody say anything, and then Lonzo came back again. And he said, coach, teach us football. After watching the tournament in the Easter Monday, and I said, nah. So I decided we would take up the futsal. And then remembering again, when we first put the national team where most of the guys came from. And then, you know, I said to myself, this has to have something more behind it, right? Let me use this sport because it's a new sport and it's a challenge for the guys. Now, it wasn't easy for them. Barry could tell you, Anthony could tell you, Mr. Roman, and they here too, they could tell you. Those guys got frustrated because it was challenging them to do something different.
Right.
They could play, but now here it is, they meet something, you know, they meet a challenge. And I mean, to be honest with them, most of them, the average age is about 25 to 27. So one day am I killing myself wanting to know to run your thing. I accustomed to it. Where this man coming to tell me about it?
Right.
But then again, my coaching style is that if I coaching you for life. I using the ball as the thing to show you life.
Right.
And then they start to realize, you know, what coach is doing is not just teaching us, we're teaching about life. We all have our situation that we face with in the prison. But here it is somebody taking that time to come,
right,
to at least still show us that there is something positive in you, that you could still have that purpose to continue on in life and not just give up. Because again, I coaching on the outside and you're meeting players out there with similar attitudes like these guys. Yes, they have their freedom, but still they have challenges.
Right.
Right? So again, to put it in a nutshell, we decided, and you know, doing it again while I'm at UTT now, and this is part of the coaching here. You must have a community initiative, and I got the time, right, because my portfolio now is strictly football coach.
Right.
So given more time, I would use the Mondays and Thursdays and give the guys about 3 hours, right? And having seen the commitment, and then we said, you know what, there must be some reward for them at the end of this part of the program. Right. They all decided to learn the game, and so we had a graduation where they all will graduate with a certificate of participation in December. Having that now, what are they going to do after this? And seeing this success, I said to myself, you know, and again, you know, God really, really, you know, has blessed me with this vision, and you know, as I know, God uses ordinary people to carry out his extraordinary plans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I spoke to Mr. Al Young, Mr. Timke, and they came on board, right? And I mean, as these guys, Barry and them, could tell you, anybody I brought there, they would just scan out that person one time to know if they're genuine. And I think that is one of the things that we were able to grab them. They realized genuine people come here to, you know, to look out for them. So it's nothing. And then when they graduate, I said, there must be something else that we have to do. This can't stay within just this gym alone or just section of, 42, 45 people. This had to spread. So here it is, the caravan came about, where we said we would go to the different prison and expose them to the sport. Again, that is a thing with, yes, we use the sport, but the thing is to get them mental, just how we got Barry and them to buy into it. Right? And so far that has really been a success, and it brought us here today to show the public, right? Because it was also said in the Senate that yes, it's happening in prison. What about outside? Right? So we're here today to show, yes, it's working, we're getting it to work, because a lot of the guys who were bitter enemies outside, right? They're in the prison now, and as we say, it's comrade with Barry, and they're coaching people who were the enemies on the outside, right? We have Anthony Asing, who has just been released maybe just a month, right? We're using him as the ambassador to spread it to the rest of the communities, right? And as he will tell you later on, how his phone has been ringing off the hook, people want to get the sport, right? So again, we are here spreading the word. People, as I say, the last time I was here seeking assistance for the national team. I'm here seeking assistance for this program because we see it as a crime fighting initiative that it will cost plenty less than the amount of money they're spending in arms and ammunition to fight crime.
Right. Barry, you, I'm sure when you first started, it was just something to do for you, and then you started to fall in love with it. How did it unfold with you?
Well, we first started sweating small goal.
Right.
In the gym at MSP. And Clayton, being around, he watching, he come and sweat once or twice, and after he introduced it to us and let us know, let me try this. But it was really challenging.
Right.
Because nobody want to go and run up and down and take instructions from Clayton. We consider ourselves, we're bad man. You understand? So we not and we all sweat small goal. So after we come and we say, well, let me get it a try. So men said that thing, we said, which it had one or two men still wasn't really done because they still find my boy. There's players, there's stars, they could really play small goal, they are real skills.
Right.
So we still, everybody started thinking, and after they think, men started understand, and boy, let me try it. Because what the coach did, he showed us one or two videos where the guys who went in 2004 to represent Trinidad.
Right.
And we watching men who we play with on the outside. Right. So men started say, what? So men started go up and men know, boy, we can make the national futsal team.
Right.
So men started thinking, men started follow the instructions that Clayton Morris, the coach, give us. So with that now, men started thinking, and men started come on board. Right? But now we started teach us discipline. Because if you get a hard tackle, you can't get up and lash a man.
Right.
And on the outside, when you get a hard tackle, and they feel that bad man, they get up and hitting that man, and that. So the coach had to push it at us that, hey, you do that in this game. This game is a discipline game, you do that. Right. You get your kick, you get your bad tackle, get up and go your way again. You understand? Because if you retaliate, it will lead to a card. And after 5 cards, is a penalty on your team, and a goal could score you. So this is the thing now where men start to understand. But boy, I had to take my time and discipline myself and tackle the clean way. It has no badness, nothing here.
Right.
You understand me? It's a sport. So I sit and I started to study the initiative of the game. And I say, boy, this game reach out in the population, out in the free world, and men got to understand the game. It will bring down the crime because it's a game teaching discipline. And that's the most important thing about the game, the discipline. Because sports is about discipline, right? Because the time men figure, boy, there's a big player, and they could do what they want to do, and a coach had to just allow them because there's a star. They don't have that in futsal, Some of the best men, the most skillful players, when the coach say you stay inside, you must let them stay inside, they can't come out, and they're inside crying,
Right.
But we talk to the coach, I can't talk to the coach would just find out. Right, So if this game reach out, and men got to understand the game, men got to learn the game and play the game, it will bring a lot of discipline to the country today, because really and truly the country gone. With these youths today, all they just think about is killing somebody. They don't think about forgiving a man. You understand me? And as I said once before, the parents have a great part to play with it, you know.
Right.
Because if you school your children from small and bring them up the right way, they will not disrespect you. Like for instance, there's the youth who chop up his mother because she take her phone. Okay, my time, I couldn't say stupid at my mother is bust them out, licks. You understand me? I couldn't even get a cell phone. So your mother take her phone to try to guide along the right road to learn your schoolwork, and you pull her cutlass.
So it's obviously helped you guys with your discipline and the small goal that you guys was playing. Anything goes. It all change all of that and things. So
Yes,
now, Anthony, you started there inside, and now you're out and you're free, and now it's. I heard it's spreading like wildfire with you. And tell us about that.
Yes, well, so I learned from the coach, right? What I learned. I still have it here. I come out with the intention, and I just see every day what I learn. So the community where I'm from, I introduce it to them. You know, I tell them about it. They see the pickings, how it does go, how the changes making, how the little rotation does go in the game. But we ain't started training yet. But I just understand everybody like, you know, they're interested in this futsal thing. Because as Barry said, from since back in 2004, that's when I really see futsal besides Ronaldinho and them playing futsal now.
Right.
So people realize now, we're using this now to solve certain crime in certain hotspots. So I was the first person who really come out on the outside from the team. So the kind of calls I just began is close to 100 people don't call me already, could be over that. Because every minute of the day, my phone going off, everybody want a part of this, everybody want a part of it. Well, last week we had a little meeting concerning the same futsal program in Sawa Lavante Road, Febo Village.
Right.
That's where I'm from. Right, and men was like, they just can't wait, you know. And when I watch the kind of people who come into this program, it surprised me because these is people who never wanted nothing like football and nothing good. And I seen, you know, the interest and the little changes people willing to make. So I just hope in future, you know, that we could really use this as a key to success, to change certain people's life out here. You know, because I had a past history and it changed certain things about my lifestyle since I come out now. I really picked back up full 100 because 7 years I was incarcerated.
Right.
But the little I learned from futsal, I realized it changed certain things in my whole life aspect. It changed certain things. And I'm willing to go that road any day, anytime.
So you the guy on the outside, like now from learning inside all the discipline, and you the Clayton Morris, and you kind of showing them rotation and all the different things.
Yes, sir.
And all of that. Clayton, I need to take a break now, but when we come back, I want to ask you a couple more questions.
Sure.
Viewers will be right back after the short break.
We are inspired. We are practiced. We learn. We have challenges. We are supported. We persevere. And we shine. This is our commitment to you.
Okay, welcome back, viewers. Before the break, I was going to ask you, Clayton, a couple questions, but we have somebody here that we need to introduce to the viewers. Raymond Timke. Raymond, welcome to the set.
Thank you.
And you want to tell the viewers why you're late today? Do you want to tell the viewers why you're late today? All right, I wouldn't put you on the spot like that. Raymond, just let the viewers know what part you play in this futsal, this MSP futsal event, or with Clayton and so on.
Well, there are two dimensions to it. And there could be two connected answers to your question.
Okay.
I think Clayton may have shared with you how futsal started.
Yes.
Good. When I was in the mayor's office, and that comes right back to the prison, you would know of the Rasta and Muslim love story. And I found it rather depressing that those killings were taking place and they were in Port of Spain, and I was the mayor of the city. So I had the councillor for that area in Laventille arrange a meeting for me with the heads of the Rastas and the Muslim, or the so-called heads, at the time. So they came to the mayor's office and we had a meeting. And at that meeting, my first questions obviously would have been, what is this fighting and killing about? And neither of the two gentlemen could have given an answer that made sense. However, when they left, given the commitment that behavior would have diminished or ceased. Within that same week, I called Imam Yassin Abu Bakr. And I had a meeting in my office with him, and I told him, well, you know, he's the head of the Jamaat, and he is a well-respected imam in the Muslim community, especially in places like Laventille and those places. And I told him that he has a responsibility to join the city in putting an end to that war.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me then that he really didn't have much say, because what is happening on the outside originates on the inside of the prisons, because the men who are really calling the shots are in prison. So I called Clayton, with whom I have had a very good relationship over the years, because I respect him. He's a decent fellow. He may not always look that way, but he is indeed
He
a
is.
gentleman, in whom I have a lot of confidence and trust. And I knew he had mentioned that he was working in the prisons for many years. In fact, he invited me to visit the prisons, but my schedule didn't allow that luxury, I could say. So having had those meetings, I called Clayton and I said, Clayton, how are things going? And he told me, well, how dynamic it was in the prison environment with futsal, because he says not big football now, it's futsal.
Futsal, right.
Now, if you go back, he would have told you that when I asked him to take control of futsal in Trinidad, I did mention he must go in the depressed areas, the depressed communities, because those guys, they needed something to keep them active and also build their self-esteem, because we know what football could do, and
right.
futsal, which is a spin-off from that. And that is what he did, and I saw the changes that took place among gang members who were now on the national futsal team. I saw that a relationship developed. I saw where Clayton arranged to have those gentlemen sit next to each other as we traveled abroad.
Right.
Shared a meal together. Indeed, shared the hotel rooms together. So you find what was happening was a building a relationship. And I saw what the changes, and I said, you know what, Clayton? If what you are saying is true, well, then the solution of crime is not only outside the Minister of National Security and the police. The solution of crime is in the prisons, where the heads are. And of course, he invited me to join him and another brother, Peter Aliong, who you would know.
Mm-hmm.
You would know the Aliongs, of course.
I know Andy and Eddie, and
Well,
I've heard of them. Don't know them personally.
Peter both said he was better than both of them. But
Right.
anyhow, and we went in there, and we sort of re-emphasized not only the importance of the guys doing a good for themselves with futsal, but also that they should live in harmony and they should start impacting in their communities on the outside how this thing should be and how it should not be.
Right.
And to the best of my knowledge, that has started. As a matter of fact, one of them boasted last week when I went there, he said, you see any Muslim and Rasta thing killing going on still, you know, in the volumes. And I had to admit, well, yes, I've seen some reduction. But I could tell you, in the prison population and in that football environment, what we have seen is a sort of unison and camaraderie that was, I myself, who you know, I've been in the people business for over 40 years, and I understand something about sociology and psychology. And I am telling you, I was pleasantly surprised to see how the gentlemen have adjusted their thinking and their behavior for us to see. Okay? I don't expect miracles, but I look at Pareto 80-20 ratio, and I'm sure that we probably wouldn't get 100% of adjustments and changes, but we get what is the normal human responses to change. And I'm quite optimistic, and I'm even overjoyed to see this brother
Barry?
here, Barry here, because I could tell you Barry is one of the people on whom I have a lot of, in whom I've placed a lot of confidence in effecting some of those adjustments. And I could tell you, you know, people do things for you to see. What he does for me to see, I'm quite pleased. What happens when I'm not there is different. But I'm of the view that he is sincere. I'm of the view that he could make some difference. And I'm looking forward to seeing the difference on a national scale. I have no doubt with Coach Morris here, who is like a father and a grandfather and a mother, because as if he had breasts for them to suck, because that's how he treats them.
I can tell Barry's one of the guys who influential.
Yes, he is.
And I know
he is indeed.
also Anthony is doing a lot of good stuff in the community.
I think.
Yeah.
He looks so, but he could play football. He could play football. All right. He's all right. He half good. He all right.
Clayton, challenges. We must have challenges. And what are those, and how can we get, or what you think can make some of those go away?
Well, challenges. Equipment is definitely one of the things, because when we just started, some of the guys used to come out in their boxers.
Right.
Right? Some of them coming out bare feet. Right? And then where we train in the gym, the surface is concrete, so it's smooth, but where they have their normal hearing and recreation, it's like Barber Green. What's on Barber Green? Raw concrete. So the shoes will finish quick, the balls and what have you. So equipment is one of the key things, and also we also want to have, because I mean, Steve, as you know, an athlete, you have to nourish your body.
Of course.
Because the amount of training is twice a week, 3 hours a day, right? And futsal, unlike the normal football, is zip, zip, zip all the time. You know, constant pace. And when you look at the diet these guys have on the normal thing, is really, really not cutting it, right? So those are one of some of the challenges. they may feel, you know, some of the people may feel, why we must give them that? No. If we asking them to what Mr. Timke just alluded to, you know, because we see the answer is for it is in there, and we asking them to come up with the solutions, then we have to meet them part of the way.
Right.
And give them that assurance, and give them that, I mean, it's simple thing to nourish them in the sense that they could really be healthy enough, you know, to really help us to solve the problems we face within the society today.
And you're right, it is helping us solve crime.
Definitely.
And as Timke says, if you stifle it in the inside, it's going to take care of the outside as well.
Yeah.
So, but when we come back, because I need to take a break now again. When we come back, let's talk some more about that. I'll let Timke and I'll let Barry and Anthony say something as well. Viewers, we'll be right back after the short break.
We are inspired. We are practiced. We learn. We have challenges. We are supported. We persevere. And we shine. This is our commitment to you.
Okay, welcome back, viewers. Before the break, like we were talking about some of our challenges, and of course, with challenges, there's solutions. We have to come up with solutions. We can't do anything other than come up with some solutions. So I'll open up the solution segment to like a barbershop discussion, and then Anthony and Barry and Raymond and we all can just talk. We're hanging out, we're talking. What are the things that we need, whether we need it from the prisons, the government, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, whoever. Let's talk about some of the solutions that can make all this come together and work for us. And I'd open up the floor to any one of us who wants to talk about it.
Right. Let me start first by saying that as far as the prisons is concerned, we couldn't desire better support than what we now experience from the commissioner himself.
Right.
And as the head of the prisons department, he has signaled his intention, both by his word and by his deed, that he is gung-ho on this initiative. And he has, as I told him at a function, that he possesses that type of heart, that humanness, that propensity for empathizing, sympathizing, but at the same time maintaining upright direction. And I don't know much more we could ask for. And of course, his charges, the prison officers who have been engaged with the whole facilitation of this program, they are all into it. in a way that sometimes you wouldn't know who is who in terms of who is the boss and, or let's say who's the master and who's the servant, you know, instead of saying prisoners and prison officers, because they all live in a very humanistic way. And therefore, the support we could get from prisoners really is something that is more infrastructural. But you know, in a government service, that doesn't happen just so. So then there's need for buy-in from the Ministry of not only national security, as some people think, but also the population of the prison consists of school children who go to school as well. And therefore that impacts the Ministry of Education. And I've been saying so for years. When everything is Ministry of National Security, I said, what about education? Because, and sport, those are two other ministries which also should always work in harmony with the Ministry of National Security when it comes to crime and the situations that obtains, you know, in those communities. And therefore, it's not the National Security Ministry alone has to support the prisons, but indeed the Ministry of Sport and the Ministry of Education. But as far as that goes, we have to look and see, because I know Mr. Wilson, the Commissioner, is endeavoring in every possible avenue to get things right.
Well, breaking down our challenges, again, all you guys can jump in. I mean, for you talking about eating well, because they had to put energy. I mean, we do grow stuff and we do plant stuff in the prisons, and why can't they not provide good food for these guys to, or better food? I'm sure they probably better food for these guys who's on the futsal team. I mean, that might be segregation, but that's okay. I mean, we have to eat better, and then we can get the government to buy in to our program, this program, to make sure that they understand this is helping not only the people themselves or your futsal teams, it's helping the whole country. You know, comment. What do you think?
Well, the whole initiative body futsal is one thing, right? But I believe sovereign crime in the country, you quite have guys who in the jail not on sports, right? But they came in jail for a crime that they committed when they was on the outside. And majority guys who have got an opportunity to learn a trade is when they get convicted, when they're serving a term. I'm in jail 9 years. If I had gotten the chance, if I had gotten the chance to go and learn carpentry, masonry, anything, I'd do it. You understand me? This giving a man an option when you go back out of jail as a remanded inmate. When you go back out of jail, you have a choice. If they want to come back in jail or when they go and do the trade, they learn while they're in jail. But the remanded inmates don't get an opportunity.
Right.
And this is one of the main things in sovereign crime in the country. All a man know, he grew up a kind of way like, all he know to do is thief, rob, crime. He don't have a trade. A trade is very important. While you're in jail, you're spending 23 hours a day in a cell. Out of the 23 hours, if you get 5 hours to go and learn a trade, the first day you might be on a little gimmick thing because you're looking at jail. The second day, they have us observing you. The third day, put you back in the cell. You know what that, you know? You're going to beg to go back out and you will learn the trade. So that piece of psychology in order to get the men on the remand to learn a trade. But when you ask them to learn the trade now, they say, the trade is not for, white table is not for remandees, it's for convicted, right? Majority men who does going before the court and plead guilty, most of them is drug addicts, right? A man who is a criminal who considers himself a criminal, he not taking no drugs. He not going to the court and plead guilty, you know. Majority of the men to do pleading guilty in the court, especially who charge your murder, is just to get away out of jail. You understand? But I believe the government look into it and give the remanded men who is alleged, who is innocent and proven guilty, give them a chance to learn a trade. They will come out of jail and think twice.
Right.
Because I already have a trade. You understand? Since I come in jail 9 years ago, I asked them to learn a trade. And when you tell me, no, that is only convicted. You understand me? They never give me an option. Right? So, but I have my head on. I can step out of jail and want to go back and do what custom do what I know to do. Because I ain't learned nothing in jail.
Right.
You understand? But the futsal did that good for me. You understand? So at the end of the day, there are plenty guys who think like me. Right?
Right.
And if they get the opportunity to learn a trade, they will go out and use the trade. And that will help decrease the crime in the country today.
Right. Anthony, what are you doing now that you out and give us your feedback?
Well, since I came out, as I tell you how long I was there, and since I came out now, well, before I get locked up, I never really worked no way and thing. And like I come out now and I working now. I working at the IGC company through coach and Sir Tim Key, Mr. Leon. This is the men who really make sure and fit me in. And besides working, I working and learning too. Because I could have never been still. I never know about carpentry. I never know about reading and measuring tape. You know, and I can do all these things today. So I realize this initiative now, we're using out here now, it's just for someone, just a man to focus now. And he will always be on ball now, as coach say, and Mr. Tim Kidde say, and Barry saying. It will have challenges in between, but you just have to be strong within yourself to know, well, they were going on. It was on that road, so let me try and stay on this road here now. Because a lot of challenges will be coming at me. And these men like Mr. Tim Key, Mr. Coach, Mr. Tim Key, Mr. Leong, Barry, the players and them, even Mr. Roman and Mr. Taylor, these men talk to me. But you know, as the first man come out and, you know, always try to stay on the right track because I can't afford to slip up to do anything out of precaution because it's them go get the backlash. And as coach said, they're using me as the ambassador for my community. So I had to change certain aspects about myself and change certain ways that I had before. And I've been trying very hard to do that every single day of my life. Because I realize now this futsal thing now, it reaching far. And I'm not just watching the benefits we go end up with in it. I watching how we could solve certain things. You know, bring back the love together, the respect and the unity. Not in the community, but in the prison too. And also I want to thank Mr. Wilson for what he doing too, which is the commissioner of prison, because first time I ever see this in my whole entire life. So it's a sacrificing process and it's a learning process. So, you know, I just want brothers on the outside and the inside to really take it serious. And let me see if we can make this thing work and see if we can get a little help from the government, from the president, whoever it is, you know, to support we and whoever it is we're doing and we're trying to do. And I just basically it.
And you're doing a great job at it. So far, you're doing a great job at it, and you helping, and that's what we want to see happen.
Yeah.
You make Clayton proud. He go home and thank the gods of all you're doing, and we appreciate you so much for that, man.
Yeah.
And you know, to keep it going.
We talk so much about the MSP. We also have the women prison involved in futsal
Okay.
and YTC. So when you look at it, we covering all the different aspects,
Right.
right? Giving everybody the chance. And well, I work with the women from 9 to 12 on a Thursday morning.
Right.
And well, then YTC, as I said, Mondays and Thursdays from 1 to 5. And YTC is from 2 to 4. Right? It's amazing to see the response from both entities because they all look up to YTC, MSP, right? Because we had the caravan, as I said, and the caravan was initiated at YTC where we brought the women prison over because they don't have facilities for futsal. And they were so amazed to see, you know, they still were in shock to see that these are the guys they say are criminals and warring each other. And to see they were able to come and be their coach because Barry and they all, through this sport, we teaching them to coach the game.
Right. I saw
Right?
that.
So
yes.
they are the ones who coaching the inmates right now.
Right.
Coaching and refereeing.
They coaching and also officiating because the sport also has 2 referees during the game. You have people on the table like basketball taking the stacks, timekeeper and all of that. So it's
Something for everybody.
Right, something for everybody. And you see, again, I want to go back to the point where they feel it's just them MSP guys. Now, Steve, as you know, we as former national players, we always keep fighting for the present players and not for us. Because if they see us being treated right, then it will motivate them to want to really give up 100 and be passionate about the sport to represent Trinidad and Tobago. So what we're trying to do here with MSP, show the rest of the prison population that, hey, them fellas really taken care of. So they would want to be part of it because they're seeing models and they're seeing they're being taken care of, right? The concern they have is that the prison has 1,400 MSP. But here it is, futsal only have 70, right? I mean, I had a meeting with one of the assistant commissioner, and he said that's one of the thinking. We only have 70, right? So we only invested in this 7. What about the rest? But the thing here is that, as I showed him yesterday, we want to bring out in MSP as what, 6 divisions? We want to expose all 6 divisions to futsal. Because the plan is to have a futsal league, internal league. We already has Port of Spain and GGP coming as a team. And with the 6th division, you have 6 teams. Because the guys who make up MSP Footstars now, they would be spread with their division. Right? So that is 6 teams, so you have an 8 team. So that now, when you check that and then they're getting the supporters to come, we could get basically maybe 500 people in the futsal. So then, you know, we don't want it to feel that Clayton Morris and them fighting for Barry and them fighting for things for them to eat good. The whole thing is to spread the entire positivity we have here with the rest of the prison population.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Steve, you know, I do some traveling sometimes, so I have to be away from the country on a few occasions. But you'll be amazed to know the emotion that is provoked because I'm not there to see it. When I go to the facility and look at those, I call them inhabitants. I don't call them inmates or not. I say, cut out that, inhabitants of that facility. I sit and look how they share. It's amazing how they share among themselves. And when they're in a sort of coaching situation, which coach has trained them to coach, and they're sharing with their colleagues who they're coaching, so to speak. It is a beauty to behold. It's the care, the propensity for doing the right thing and correcting things. And not only that, it's how they transfer the instructions in a very loving way. It's not in a brutal way. It is just something. And sometimes, you know, I get quite emotional when I see what is possible with human beings when they get a chance. And my optimism is way out of what people could may imagine or expect, but I am really optimistic because I'm seeing human beings being human beings. I am seeing the humanness. And you know something? I don't know if Clayton has mentioned that. I don't know what Barry is there for. I don't know what Asing was there for. Because when I went, I said, we're not interested in that. Okay? And a very profound statement was made by a guest speaker we had who said, the first half is finished. The mistakes you make in the first half, make sure you don't make them in the second half. And so now we're in the second half.
Right.
Okay? And those guys have been demonstrating that what happened in the first half, that is history, and let's make this second half the best we could. So it is something I wanted, and you were there before, and I want to invite you to look at and see the compassion,
right,
and the emotion and the love. And that's why when I went there, I said, one of the first things I told them, you know, love is the answer for everything. I said, gentlemen, God is love, and love is the answer. Love is the answer. So that's one of the mantras. Love is the answer. And they live it, they demonstrate it.
Let me ask them, because I want to hear Barry and Anthony. What's your goals and what you want to achieve of what's going on
From this futsal,
from futsal? Yes.
my goal, honestly and truly, is to see the country come back. That's the goal. That's my whole aim towards this thing. That's because the length of time I'm in jail, I see too much people die. Too much people die for nothing, for stupidness, and majority of them is youths. Right? And you see, from 19 and under, I consider that a child, you know. From 19 and under, he is a child in my book.
Right.
You can't tell me you know bad, you want to go and bust no gun and kill nobody and do nothing. No, you don't have that with me. See, what I from Dorota Street? When you're 19 and under, you're going to school, you're learning trade. You understand me? There's no lime, no black, and no riding. You understand me? As long as you're a teenager. And today, that trend gone. 15, 16, 13, 14. These are the men who doing the killing in the country today.
So you want to reform these kids, make them better, walk the right track.
Yeah.
But for you want to be on a national futsal team, or that don't matter to you
My
anymore?
time for that done is 50 years.
Huh?
I am 50 years.
Okay, all right.
My time for that done.
But you want to bring people.
I want to just, I want to be the leader. I want to be on the road.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? To choose peace and togetherness. You understand me? I can make no national futsal team. I being realistic.
You support then. What about you, Anthony?
Well, I can say, now I love football.
Yeah.
Right? But the way how I feel about it today, like how let's see how coaches train and thing, right? Well, here what I really want to do, what is my real goal, besides seeing the country come back, I want to see brothers unite too and give one another that respect and that love.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will really feel good teaching this game, you know, more than playing. You know. That is how I feel. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I really want to teach the game. I want to show men how to play the game. But to do that, you must go through the theory and the practical. Right? And to teach this game, you have to have patience, you have to have respect, and you have to have discipline. There's the key things I see in this, because when I watch how coach, they start to be going back and front, coming, going here, there, going. I know it's not easy task.
Right.
By saying it might be easy, but when he come to do it, it do be easy, and I just be seeing it, Barry just be seeing it, everybody just be seeing it. Sometimes I just wonder how he just make out, because he might do a session here for 3 hours and he had to go somewhere,
Right.
still had to get up early in the morning
Right.
to come back here, you know.
The sacrifice.
So, yeah, the sacrifices. So once you had the ability to make the sacrifices, I believe it could happen. I believe it could happen, but you must have the ability.
Right. So Clayton, I've got a few minutes left. Put this all in perspective for us, and make your plea to whoever you want to make your plea to.
Now, everybody talking, and you know, sometimes we come before the media and we will talk about all the positive things because we want people to buy in. We have our challenges. Up to yesterday, we trained, and we have challenges. You have little bickering between the players, which is normal in any family. So we don't want people to feel some of the officers who may be in direct contact with these guys after. But so them look lit mouths and them talking, but we know we have challenges because, as Mr. Timke said, we expect a miracle, but we don't expect everything to happen the same way. We
Right.
still have challenges with these guys, right? So again, you know, I want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Wilson, Mr. Jared Wilson, for his foresight, for giving us the support, because we are just, as I say, ordinary people, right? Carrying out God's extraordinary plan. And if he as the head of the prison doesn't open the gate or give the permission for us to enter the prison, we can't come in and do what we are doing. Right? So I want to thank him again for doing that. I want to thank Mr. Timke, Mr. Alio, Mr. Ronald Brayton, Mr. Marie Gonzalez, who assists with the officiating, Brent Elder, the trainer. Right? Mr. Roman, Mr. Taylor, Mr. Sudin, Mr. God Gorda, these men who here, as you see, the situation here, this is what happened here is something is not, this don't come just so. Because, and I keep telling Barry and them, if they don't do what they're doing, then I cannot go and vouch for these kind of things. for George to come in to videotape, because we want, you understand, we have to, it can't happen without them. And I think by now they understand that, right? And so as they're asking for peace, this is what the entire thing. But again, as we say, we have some challenges with the equipment, with making sure the athletes, I see them as athletes, right? Because once I go in that gym, as I was told up to yesterday, Mr. Morris, you are in charge. And they say, up to now, we have nothing on record to say there was any incident to say that they have any security risks or what have you, right? So that is something I thank again Mr. Wilson for his confidence in what we are doing. And I really pleading and asking the public, Trinidad and Tobago, we know all of us on the outside, we really live, you know, really uncomfortable in the night in our homes, or even when we drive and we walk the street. But we are asking for them to give us the support with this initiative.
Okay, well, guys, let me start with Anthony. I want to thank you for being here, bud, because I know you're going to do a good job on the outside and keep the good works going, and we appreciate you. Barry, I've seen it when I came in and see with you guys that you have leadership qualities in you, and you have expressed that, and you need to keep those guys inside there together and keep them going. And they look up to you. You're the older one in the group, so that's good, and keep it going.
Thank you very much,
Raymond Timke, you are unbelievable, man, and I have so much respect for you. And I always said in Trinidad football, there's two mistakes we make so far. One, not letting Gally Cummins to continue his run after they missed the World Cup so closely, and not giving you the opportunity to that presidency to do a full term and make that thing work. And I thank you so much for all that you've done so far for football and what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Clayton Morris. Clayton, you're unbelievable, bud. And I have renewed respect for you, and you give your time and all the effort to helping people and this special quality, and appreciate you so much. Thank you all. Also to Jared Nelson, I don't know, I haven't met you, I don't think, but thank you as well. And thank the prisoners for all the efforts. Viewers, thank you. ACTN, thank you for letting us bring the show to you. We do have a Facebook page. Check us out. We do have an email address, feelofdreamtt@gmail.com. Drop us a line. This show is ended. Go in peace. I see you next Monday night. Good night.